Hello my dear student, welcome again. Today we are going to do the grammar exercise, page 57. So please open your student book, page 57, and we are going to do some grammar. We are going to talk today about the past simple. You remember in the previous lessons we talked about the past simple and we said we have two kinds of verbs. We have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Today we are going to talk about the irregular verbs, because we talked in the past, we talked about the past. We used to add ed and we said this is a regular form of the verb. But today we are going to talk about the irregular verbs, and we have to learn them by heart. Here, for the irregular verbs, we have to learn them by heart. There is no rule or fixed rule to make it simple past. So we need to learn them. We need to go to page 50, I think 70, 78, 79 of your activity book. We have a list of irregular verbs. So please go to your activity book, page 78 and 79. We have the list of the irregular verbs, the most common irregular verbs, and try to memorize them by heart, because there is no fixed rule for writing these verbs. We need to memorize the past and the past participle for all these verbs so we can do the right grammar. When we answer some tense, we have to know the form of the verb. Is it past, or is it past participle, or is it present? So today we are going to talk about the past simple, the irregular verbs, and we have one exercise, page number 57. Okay, the irregular verb. Here it's required from us in pairs find the past simple form for these irregular verbs in the text. On pages 55 and 56, we have five verbs. Okay, we have sit, take, think, give, and make. These five verbs, when we change them into past or past simple, we change the form of writing. So sit becomes sat. This is the past. The past of sit is sat. The past of take is took. So you can see the change in writing. Then we have the word or the verb think. Think, when I change it into past simple, it becomes thought. See, there is a lot of change in this verb. Okay, the first two letters are the same, but after that we changed most of the letters. Then we have the verb give. The verb give, when I change it into past, I change only one letter. I change the I into A, so it becomes gave. Give becomes gave. So this is easy verb. And we have the verb make. Make, as you can see, we change the K into D. So make becomes made. Make becomes made. So these are some of the verbs. We're supposed to find them in page 55 and 56 as exercise number 1 requires. Let's go now to exercise number 2. And they ask us in pairs, as you can see. Okay. So now let's go to the activity book. We have here in page, as you can see, page 46 of your activity books. We have to do this exercise. The exercise, in this exercise we have the list of some verbs, and we need to change these verbs from the base form into the past simple. put the verbs in the table below in the past simple tense. So we just need to change them from the base form or simple present into past simple. So the first one is done for us. We have the verb sit. As you can see here, sit becomes sat. The past of sit is sat. We change the alphabet I into A, so it becomes sat. Look at the other four verbs. We have the verb stand. Do you know, if you go, as I told you, go to page 78 and 79 and try to find these verbs there. So you will find them alphabetically ordered. So the verb stand, as you can see, stand becomes what? It becomes stood. Okay, so stand becomes stood. And the verb think, you know the verb think, if I think of something, I think, we change it into what? As I told you, we changed it into thought. So it's here. Think becomes thought. Okay? Think becomes thought. Okay. The word or the verb become becomes became. So we change the O into A. So become, if we look, it will be in this side, on the left side of the activity book. Become becomes became. Okay, become becomes became. We change the O into A, and the verb know. Okay, K is silent here. We don't say know. We say know. Becomes new. Okay, we'll find it here with the K alphabet. K here. K no new. Okay, so no becomes new. So this is the verb, the exercise. We change the simple present into simple past. We just changed, and we need to start memorizing these verbs. It's very important for us to start memorizing these verbs from now, because it's very important. It will come next year and the year after till you become to 12th grade. You will need it. It's very necessary for you to know the form of the verbs, the simple present, past, and past participle, because you will need it to do the grammar of English. So I advise you to start memorizing the small ones or the short ones, and day by day start memorizing the rest. You have to memorize all these verbs so you can speak and write good English. Okay, let's move now to the next exercise. Here I have copied some of the verbs. Irregular verb, page 78 and 79 activity book. Please open your books, page 78 and 79, and go through these verbs and try to memorize and know the meaning of these verbs. It's very important for you if you want to learn English. It's very important for you to memorize these verbs. So we have here the base form. We have past simple, and still we need to learn the past participle of these verbs. But at this level, we need only to know about the past simple of the verbs. So like we see be here becomes was and were or were. Was or were. Become here it became. Become became. Began begin began. Okay? Bend bent. bite, bit.